available for tomorrow morning.
Well, hey, there we go. Our sound's back.
Okay, so now that you can hear me.
Mark, can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
I should.
I'll let you know what he says.
That's one thing.
Anna Gonzalez says no sound. All right, folks, check it out and see if we've got sound now.
See if sound is back.
There you are, is what Anna says. Thank you very much.
Wow. Man.
Okay, y'all just missed a whole lot.
We had a whole routine going on.
Well, it wasn't even a routine because I had just heard it going through. Missed me naked in a bowl of jelly.
Right. Sorry, you guys missed out. Maybe you'll hear that story again on the next time frame.
Joe, I had said happy birthday to Annabelle. Is seeing her in the pictures this morning. Look, she looks like she's 16.
Yeah.
Cannot believe it. So we are about to go into scoring. Did we miss the first scoring round?
No,
or we're
the first
going
scoring
into
comes
that
up right now.
Now.
Well, what we were talking about was welcome to Texas Archery's SYWAT. This is our last one of the season.
Which is the second one.
There is
it's
a
the
sectional.
last one at Texas Archery.
Yep. There is a
last
sectional.
one.
There is a sectional coming up.
Yes.
You'll have to do that through NFAA. If you want to go ahead and sign up for that, there's a few spots left.
You do have to sign up online, is what I just heard.
Through NFAA.
If you show up that morning, you
won't
still
get in.
have to shoot. You'll have to pay a late fee, and you still have to register online, even if you try to walk in.
Yep.
And then you're not guaranteed a space unless you go ahead and do so soon.
Yep. In 2 weeks, we have the Texas Ringer coming up. So if you want to participate in that, make sure and tell everybody to go ahead and sign up. It is. If you've never shot it before, it's a little different shoot than a normal one. It has, it's a different target face. They start with a 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The cool part is 75% of your registration fee goes right back into the pot for your division. Top 8, so you'll shoot Friday or Saturday. Top 8 move on to Sunday. And then we'll do a shoot up process. So 8 will shoot against 7, so on and so forth until you get to the final 3. And the final 3 then will shoot off on the big stage. We'll set up the range for that. So make sure you get signed up for that. We have this is Texas Field Archery Association
That we're doing today.
Today, it's through.
We're like talking all over the place.
Yeah, through NFAA, because we've already said it all. I just want to make sure it's a part of NFAA. You do not have to have a membership to shoot this shoot. Did you know that?
Right. Where that membership comes in is whenever you go to shoot state or sectionals, and you want those scores to qualify to where you can be considered for champion or shooter of the year.
Yep.
Nice shot.
And that's
there by
really,
Hope,
that's, and you can actually sign up for that at the state championship. And that registration should be opening up in the next couple of weeks. I heard somebody saying it was going to be at the end of this month.
Yeah, membership you can do at any time, and then but for the shoot, it'll be opening up soon.
Yep. Haven't seen Bob in a while, so good seeing Bob.
It's good seeing Bob. I like seeing the folks behind him like, look, lean over so they can see.
Leaning over and looking.
Lean and look. Do the lean and look.
Well, we have not a full house this morning.
No. I guess everybody was partying last night.
This morning and this evening are two lightest groups that are shooting. Tomorrow.
Okay. So I see they partied hard last night, so they couldn't get up this morning. And then they got plans to party this evening,
Yes.
so they're
Yes.
not going to be with it.
Yes.
Party people everywhere. There's your wife.
Tomorrow morning is full. If you're going to sign up, you better sign up. If you're going to shoot tomorrow, you better sign up for that 1:30 line. That will be the last line of the weekend.
Or for those who are wanting to come back for the 300 if they didn't get it earlier.
Yeah, I know that one spot filled. We had somebody that signed up for multiple spots, got their 300 last night, so they're not shooting.
Yeah, so they're like, okay,
canceled their.
Those are open
Sunday.
for other people.
Yep. Looks like Ryan's arrows.
Looks like 5 X's to me.
Yep.
Whatever he went through in practice, he must have worked it out.
Must have. We've had some issues. Ryan is shooting. He was shooting the True Ball Flex, and
so you're talking about a release.
Talking about a release,
Yeah.
and it just started to not click. It's how he shoots is he comes to anchor, it clicks, and then he executes a shot and fires.
I have no earrings on him. It's like
all over the place.
No, it's just messing with my ears. So I'm like trying to rearrange.
And so the new stand links came in. They sent it to him to try out, and he said it felt really good, but he didn't want to change anything. Well, he had to force to change. He had to force to change. So he went ahead and moved over that release a couple days ago. And then the same day, his back stabilizer cracked. Broke.
Yes.
I don't know. His luck on equipment has not been the greatest so far, but at least the timing's okay. It didn't
Is it
happen.
because the amount of arrows that he puts in?
He does. He puts in, very quickly. I don't know what the math would be, but he probably does about,
Oh, you know
I would
what
guess,
the math is,
500 to 700 arrows a week.
You can get in on me on math. I
And,
see how it is.
Oh, yeah. And then when you add tournaments in there,
Right.
so he's probably, my guess is he's probably pushing about 4,000 arrows a month, easily. 4,000, maybe 4,000 to 5,000 a month. So
Good
very
morning,
quickly,
Jerry. Good to have you here this morning.
somebody was telling me that, what was it? They were talking about,
What was it, Scott? Tell
oh
us.
man, I can't remember. It was something about 10,000 shots, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I haven't done the math on Ryan, and he's like, oh, I bet you this. It was Gaius Carter I was talking to, and he says, oh, I bet you he's probably hitting 10,000 in
See, I
a
was
month and a
wondering,
half.
is there, like a truck, I have mileage, cars, you're like at 100,000 miles, and you're like, I might need to see, well, I'm at 150,000, but, trucks, 200,000, and you're like, a bow, what is that like? Is there mileage / arrow?
Yeah. So it's like when you start thinking about the amount of shots that these kids and these archers are putting through, some of the top
Well, okay,
archers,
oh,
top archers are putting in, through a set of strings. Ryan probably he swaps strings about every 4 months. Usually for outdoor season, I feel like we have to swap them out halfway through outdoor season. But they're putting about. He's probably putting about 20,000 shots through it every 4 months. So
Yeah.
at about 20,000 shots, he's swapping strings at that point.
we caught that one target, and all of the arrows were straight up and down, ranging in scores. And when that happens, what do you think is going on there? That one right there, 6B.
My guess, it's probably bare bow that's shooting it. And so my guess would be that when they draw back, they're anchoring a little different each time.
Okay.
So you've got your up and down good. You just got to get the draw length right every time. But it's not a bad round for
And I'm
bare
pretty
bow.
sure that he was bare bow. Now, if that had been a compound bow, what would you say to the archer
It's
or
grip.
the parent?
Yeah, it's probably grip or it's weights on the bow that's causing them to go up and down.
All right. Yeah, he just had that big round.
Could be their
Weights
anchor.
in the-
Could be the peep. There's several things it could be that's causing that.
Hey, Mr. Ragsdale, glad to have you with us. We'll see y'all. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
And Mr. Hey, Coach Robert,
Well, that's
Mr.
just bare bow.
Hickerson here. That's
just
just
bare
bare bow.
How's the video, everybody? We tried something different again this morning to make sure to see if our video
And we
is
switched
good.
out some.
Equipment. It looks pretty clean on our end right now.
Yeah, when I'm looking online, from what I can see on
Pretty smooth.
Facebook, on the old FB, looks pretty smooth.
That's what all the
and
cool kids are calling Facebook these days.
Robert says, good.
Good.
So, all right. Good to hear, sir.
We got to get
And-
Robert needs to shoot again.
Yeah, he does.
He shot nationals, came in third twice in a row.
Yeah.
and then just retired.
Right?
I guess he needed to, make sure that he was on top of his game when he stepped away.
Toby says, looks and sounds good.
All
Awesome.
right.
It's
Thanks,
just
Toby.
like me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly like you.
Tush.
All right, so if you guys want to see live scoring, There is an option for that. You just go
Eyes
to
on Score.
eyesonscore.com.
Look at that.
There it is. Look at live. Click on live scores. Look and see live scores. Click on
I
live
was like,
scores,
what does it
and
say?
you'll be able to see this tournament. Just
Didn't
click
you
on it.
help develop this? Isn't this your baby?
Yeah, I forget what I've had updated. It used to say live score, and I was like, hey, you need to add S on the end of that. So there's a lot of little things that we keep changing, and I can't remember if it got changed or not.
Yeah, well, if y'all hear me say live scoring, you just know that whatever Scott said is just not always whatever Scott said, but in this case.
Wow.
Oh, I knew I love Mr. Ragsdale. When he said, look, sounds good, he goes, you, not Scott. Oh, man. Everybody becomes family around here. It's awesome. We talk about it all the time. Archery is a family. It's a archery family. And that's why we love it. I see Robert probably just about as much as you do, but when I see him, it's at Hot Pot.
Hot pot.
Hot Pot at Joe's house. And again, everybody gets around. Joe's got this really long table, and everybody just sits around and eats and talks and passes around. Let's see. Looky there. I don't know, Robert, if you're seeing that. John Dimmer just said, yeah, get back out there, Robert.
Yeah, Robert.
No retirement for you, sir.
Come on, Robert.
All right. You see our field governor there in the coral colored shirt. And that is Mr. David Allen. He is here for this morning. Then he's going to go help out at Buffalo Field, set up for their 3D shoot. Going to be a little cold out there. Maybe it'll warm up before he gets there. And then we can see some of our archers there. We've got someone from Houston Archery, I believe. I could be wrong on that shirt, but I think so. We are into our scoring rounds.
Oh, I guess that was the first scoring in just then. I thought oh yeah, I bet it was. It looks like that was the first scoring end. So we are on our way.
If you are not familiar with us, we are raising an archer. Scott and I started doing this because of the way that we both got into archery, and it was not that easy. Learning the information, learning what equipment to get, learning about tournaments, and we just wanted to make it easier for others to be able to do it. We started with one set of equipment. We found out that we both did the same thing, and then we had to go to different equipment, and then the upgrading to the equipment, and what do you do about coaching? And there's so many different things that go along with archery. And then there's the hunting side, and then there's just the side of just doing it for fun. So we wanted to get all that information out to people, and we really did it to help parents with youth archers. But we found that it is going across the board with adults as well, and we like helping the adults get in and go with it. We had a gentleman shooting last night, he and his son, and he got into it because his son got into it. And so it was pretty cool to see him putting up some scores last night. And that's why we do what we do. We want to grow the sport and the community of archery. We were all kind of concerned whenever COVID hit, because you can see down here that when we shoot, we don't shoot 6 feet apart. There is no social distancing, but we did have social distancing during COVID, and people were still able to compete and shoot. And I think the sport grew after COVID.
It did. We put up some really good numbers, during COVID, and we went ahead and I say good numbers. Like I was excited that we were hitting over 100 archers. I think we maybe hit about 120. We were pretty pumped. We're pushing now. We're pushing over 170, which is really good. So this weekend, and we anticipate we'll hit over that 170. Well, I say hit over. We've already registered over 170. Who knows what that number will be?
Right.
There's no shows. I think there were
7 this morning.
No shows this morning.
Yeah, last look. Whenever we headed up here to the booth, then there were 7 no shows.
Yeah. There's Aaron Ochoa
That
down from the
mint
valley.
green.
Shoots for Texas A&M.
You know, you would never know
Texas
that he
Archery,
is from
Texas
the
A&M.
valley. He is here all the time.
Right. He shows up at a lot of the events.
I want to say all of the events.
he's part of he's part of Texas Archery.
He is.
The kids all pulled him in too, but we see
His
that
parents are here. I mean, it's just it's a family thing. That's what I like about archery is that, you know, in baseball and everything, there's a lot of people living through their kids. And you can see that in archery too, I'm sure. But for the most part, it's family and there's some everybody can go. We talked with Sean Harrigan that his whole all four of them shot together, and there's a picture of them shooting somewhere where all four of them are around a bale. And
he
what
said it was
other way
such a
can you
good
do
memory
that?
for him.
Yes. He even brought that to the podcast that time.
He's talked about that situation multiple times,
Yes.
even outside of just general conversation. You know, he'll mention that one tournament or that one shoot where all four of them shot. They had a picture of them, and it's cool how there's.
And I want to mention, he has a son with autism, and he shoots as well.
Yep.
Or did. And
yeah.
now he's into birds and he works and he's, college and everything. But archery is for everyone, the whole family, people with special needs. I mean, you can even see Mr. Holbert is down there shooting in a wheelchair. And he's here all the time shooting.
He is. He is. He wants that 300.
So, he's such a nice guy. I just love having him here. You can see him there. So it is for everyone. It's for guys. It's for girls. I don't know. I can't say enough about it. I don't know of another sport where everyone can go and participate at one time.
Yep.
You know, I can see baseball or basketball or football. You can go and watch dad play. You can go and watch your kids play, but never all at one time. And it kind of excludes the mamas. But look here, your wife is shooting right next to your son shooting. You're going to have a fun time in Vegas where everybody's shooting.
Everybody's shooting everywhere. But what I was going to say earlier was that there are.
What were you going to say, Scott?
There are moments in our lives where there's things that we remember. You know, there's just these moments.
Yes.
And you know, in sports, you know, there's the individual ones like with basketball and all that stuff. But
who won the championship and
and I've noticed that when it comes to archery, there's a lot of people talk about when they went as a family to something, even if they weren't shooting, they were still part of that community. It's really, really good stuff.
Well, our two families, you know, a lot of times whenever we travel, because we do a lot of traveling, and then we travel for archery is what I mean, but we make like a vacation out of it, or, you know, we've done it. And so then when we traveled with y'all this year and we went up to Iowa, I think it was, but we went to Laura Ingalls.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I remember Amy going, "Are y'all okay with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, we do that." You know, when we were in Decatur, we went to Memphis and saw where Martin Luther King was assassinated, and then all the history that was in Memphis. I didn't even know there was that much history there.
Don Kyle's holding for a long time.
There's that letdown.
Oh, that was a good letdown.
Good job.
I started running out of breath.
What do you say? Good shot. Good shot.
Good shot. Good shot. If you were in the woods by yourself and you let down, would it still be a good shot?
Yes.
It would be.
You tell yourself good shot.
A tree falls in the woods. Did it make a sound?
That I don't know. I'm sure. If it makes a sound when I'm there, it makes a sound when I'm not there.
Don's shooting the top left corner. Yep, right there. Just missed the X on the left side, but still a 5, and that's what he's shooting for.
I can't tell if he was relieved or if he was upset, or maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. All right, these are looking like some non-morning folks out here. You know, you and I were down there kind of jamming to the music a while ago, but these folks are like crawling to the target to score, and they're not looking the happiest. Who was it last night? Whenever he came in to turn in his scorecard, I said, "Dude, you look like you were flat out miserable, that you wanted to be anywhere but here." He's like, "Yeah, pretty much."
Oh, really? That's funny.
All right.
All right.
I expected no. Did I really look that way? No.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So I didn't look at a score to see. I was kind of shocked by that. Anyway, here we are scoring once more. I don't know at what point we explained that they will switch their targets at the half, meaning if they were bottom, they will now be top, and if they're top, they will now be bottom. Now, we are not at that point yet. That will be at the half after 6 ends, where we will take an 8-minute break. Why 8? Because that's just what David Allen does.
That's what we do.
While Scott showed 4 and 4, and he was like, "What?" I'm like, 4 and 4 is 8. So 4 would be your break. Because he goes, "Oh, yeah, okay."
Oh, that's right.
Oh my goodness. So we do not have any judges. We do have the field governor. He calls arrows. He checks for safety. He is leading up this tournament. And so if there are any questions, he answers them. Not only does he answer them, so many archers down there have shot SYWATs before and are always happy to answer questions. Told people last night, telling people again today, if you have never shot a tournament, if you hear about a SYWAT, go. That needs to be your first tournament. Very laid back. There's not too much of a dress code. As I say, not too much, I mean, just appropriate clothing. Don't come in a bikini or your Speedo or anything. Thong, I don't know. But just come in.
Thong, you had to go there.
Attire. I mean, we've got one gentleman. Oh, I haven't even seen him this weekend, which it is only the second line. Feels like it's the 10th, but anyway, it's only been the second line. But he comes in, and a lot of times he wears his Birkenstocks or his jandals, his Jesus sandals. But
jandals.
Hey, y'all got sup bros? We got jandals.
Got sup bros.
But yeah, just appropriate attire. And then it is a laid back feel. It's easygoing. There are no clocks at SYWATs. Now, when it comes to the state tournament, they will run clocks there. But just folks are very helpful. It's competitive, but yet it's not competitive. It's not cutthroat. That's what I'm trying to say. People aren't out to get you.
Yep. So I'm just looking through the list. We do have a few
Not
people.
a lot of heckling, but there's some smack talking, but not.
A little bit. Hudson's at a 47, so he's dropped three fours, shooting pretty good right now. We have let's see who else is. Callista is at 47 as well. Lily Dillon is at 50 with 9 X's, meaning she's just dropped 1 X so far. Eliana Farquhar.
At least you attempted, and you're basically saying, "I'm gonna mess this up, but I'm gonna try."
She's got a 50. Good start so far. No dropped fours. Just going through. Don Kyle is still clean at 50. Steve Halbert's clean at 50 with 9 X's. Julia, 50 with 9 X's. Ryan, 50 with 10 X's.
I saw when she got the 1-5 instead of the X. I thought she dropped a 4 because she just looked mad.
Right? Your stomach drops for a second.
Yeah. And then Jacqueline had showed her target, and I was like, "No, that's a 25."
Looks good. Aaron's at 50 with 9. Adam Ekpla, 50 with 8 X's. So we've got a lot of potential 300s out there.
What did you say Steve's name was last name?
Holbert.
There you go. That's not what you said, but
Holbert.
I love the shot that camera gets whenever it's looking at whoever's on that wall.
I know. It's like right on
That
it.
is a really cool shot. It looks like you're being shot.
It looks like you're being shot. There's Julia Cook right there.
There's my girl with her mad face.
Yeah, she is an angry shooter. Oh, she doesn't. She says she's not angry, but her face kind of says anger.
Either looks like she's crying or she's mad, or sometimes you get pictures of her like she's possessed.
That was not even me. Like that, I gotta tell you, it was hilarious. We were taking a team picture, and and we take a picture, and I'm just somebody, I took on my camera, like, what is Julie doing? I looked through all of them. She's doing the whole thing, like they took multiple pictures, and her face, it looks like she's face down, eyebrows down, like it was just looks so bad. And so we, kind of made fun of her. I just sent it to you, and so somebody posted a picture that they took, and it was the same picture.
And Julia says, I told you I wasn't ready.
Like, what, for 5 minutes?
My poor girl.
Poor girl. I never say that about any girls.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you've been saying that with me with what I've been going through with her.
Oh.
Attitude.
No, poor mom. Poor mom. I have 3 daughters. I was talking to the Aggies yesterday, and they go, oh, we always forget that Ryan has 2 older sisters. Yes, he does. He doesn't forget.
No, he doesn't.
They don't let him forget.
We were talking about that with the bathroom situation at your house. You're like, can you imagine what it was like when both of his older sisters were there?
Well, he wasn't allowed in the bathroom.
What did he do?
And he had to come to ours. And then we ended up saying, no. After a while, he was like, no, this is not working. And so Molly gave him a sink. He didn't get any counter space except behind
I played this all out in my head this morning. I was like, what it was probably the 2 girls had to go in there and get ready, and they were given a time.
Gracie had her own bathroom.
Oh, that's what Julia said.
Yeah.
But we were like, okay, well, maybe the Molly and Ellie.
Yep.
They had a certain time that they had to get ready, and then Ryan had a certain time that he got ready to keep the peace.
Yes. So Ryan actually, I think he moved to just the bathroom at night, so take care because in the mornings it wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
So he got a sink for a while, and then at one point Molly put all her clothes in his sink, and then she would yell at him when he would touch her stuff.
No.
Oh, yeah. She didn't cut him any slack at all.
In the kids' bathroom, they each have a basket on top of the counter because I'm like, otherwise the whole counter was full of crap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm too much clutter. Now and then there's a clothes hamper or a laundry hamper underneath the counter, and which is for towels and stuff because they have laundry baskets in their room. Take your clothes, go to your room, put your clothes in your own laundry basket.
I don't know what's going on with that one camera. There it is. Now it came back. Sometimes that black causes the camera.
They're going sideways. This is the same target that was.
It's bare bow. It's bare bow, as Robert said. It's just bare bow. It's just bare bow. Oh, no. Jacqueline's like, buy better cameras is what she's telling me. I think that's what I need. I need better buyer. No. She's eyeballing Wendy because of her negative comment toward Barebow.
Oh, I didn't have a negative comment. That was you. All you.
Never.
No, there are 2 things you got to spend money on next.
Chairs.
That's just one thing.
What's the other thing?
Lights outside.
Oh, outside the building?
Yes.
It was a little dark.
Every night. Not just last night.
It doesn't bother me. How does that affect me?
Yeah, because you go out the end with lights.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
So I don't think this door was ever meant to be used.
No, but even the main door over here.
Oh, that light above it went out.
There's like 4 lights, 3 at least, going down the side, and none of them work.
I don't think that's true. Tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Tonight's the night.
You're buying ice cream if that's if I'm right.
I win either way. So.
Wait, yeah, that's true. She's like, oh, my bad, terrible.
Game on.
Please. Oh, I lose. I buy ice cream. Oh, I win. We get ice cream. We get ice cream and the lights get fixed.
That's right. Win-win for me.
What a deal.
I saw that. What's that place that y'all like to go to, that we go to sometimes? Brewster's. I saw that they got hot fudge brownie sundaes right now. How amazing would that be? So, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Amy's been a little upset with Brewster's lately because the double chocolate has been out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know that I've had the double chocolate. I just go ahead and say it after I say my comment here that I don't know, double chocolate seems like a little bit much chocolate as I sit here with a
I was about to say, are you serious?
extra large Heath bar right here with
You
me.
better not say that too loud, or Amy may not let you stay at the house if you say double chocolate's too much chocolate.
Well, maybe it's just because I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
See, I
she
can say
says
that.
it's, whenever we went up and I said, okay, we'll do the double
Get
chocolate.
the hands on it.
And she says, the guy's like, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of that. And I was like,
Did she just
"Oh."
look at you?
No, I turned to him. I was like, dude, she's going to light this place on fire. Like, she can't have her double chocolate ice cream. No one's getting ice cream
Now
tonight.
I'm going to have to try the double chocolate just because of Miss Amy.
I think it's called something fancy, but ask her. She knows the name.
I love it. We get a whole I'm not even talking about the comments anymore because people are talking amongst themselves over here. It's like a reunion. Hey, how are you?
Well, if you're first tuning in, our live broadcast has really come a long ways over the last few years. Every year we buy a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. This year we've added, I guess the end of last year, we've added music to the
Yes,
range.
yes.
So now we can control the music, and we have.
And when that music goes away, people start.
They do. Before we never had music, and now it's like,
Yeah.
the music turned off. Everybody's looking back at me like, what's going
Or
on?
they come up to the booth. Hey, no music.
Hey, music's not working.
And we have headsets, so we can't hear what's going on
No,
down there.
no. So we've got, this is the last shoot before Lancaster Classic. There's a group I know going to Lancaster. Also, after that is Vegas. I was just told, we're getting reservations there for everybody that wants to be a part of our team. And we are at 60 people right now. So
Maybe this year Jason Brewer would leave his clothes on.
he took his clothes off.
He was before y'all got there last year. He just took his shirt off and switched shirts right in the middle of the restaurant.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Dude, you're redneck when you change your shirt in the middle of a restaurant.
Jason, he called you as redneck, not me, my friend. You just got married, I thought, that day. So,
Hey.
Woo, woo.
Oh, Vegas is going to be fun this year.
Vegas is always fun. Gonna miss it this year, but
Yep. No windy.
no windy this year.
Well, we'll have Eyes on Score actually has a booth in the Vegas showroom this year.
Sweet.
So we'll be sitting there. That reminds me, I need to get all our banners done here sooner than later.
Yeah.
So we're sharing it with Alex Wiffler.
Oh, very cool.
Wiffler Industries.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
Mary Purcell, she was like, hey, if it's just that you can't get off, then we'll take Julia. I was like, oh.
Yeah, go register it. When we were on our podcast, like, there's only 2,000 signed up. That must be the limit because I looked at it 3 weeks later. It still says 2,000. So that's not a correct number.
Yeah.
They said the numbers were huge this year. This will be the last year at South Point.
Yep.
They're going to be announcing the new location, which will be sad if they're like, and guess what? We'll be back here for another 10 years. They make a big deal about a new location, and it's going to be the same location.
I don't think that's what's going to happen.
That would be hilarious. I would lose it. That would be so good. I'd go down there, Bruce Cole, and go, dude, nice play. That's pretty good. Well done. I have Lily Dillon, and there's my wife, Amy. I don't know what she's got going on with her fingers there.
She didn't know either.
Yeah. Actually, so you can't go off of her expressions because she can't see down there, so she has zero idea if she's done well or not until she uses her binoculars. Aaron Ochoa behind her.
Which we're seeing his
Look
binoculars.
how she's. So I was laughing. So my son, he's very process
we
oriented.
got 3 fingers this time.
Yeah, so very process oriented, and
She had 4.
and so and I've always wondered because I'm not that way. I'm not as robot like
No,
as
you
Ryan.
are not process oriented at all.
Amy started shooting.
Process
and
planning,
if
none
you,
of that.
If you watch her, it's hilarious. She'll close the left eye. She does all these little things. And she does them in order. And she does it in her head too. Like she literally follows a process. Boom, there, eye closed. I told her for sure she'd anchor in and then she would open her left eye. And I'm like, that's weird.
She did see that one.
Oh, she did get a 1. She scored though. She's happy with that.
Yeah.
But look at that
No,
group.
she was not happy.
That's a good group for her. She was like, her goal was 200, and my little one was saying, that's not a good goal because you've only shot 200 once in practice.
That is not right.
I know, right?
Let mama have the goal.
Yeah.
And I think what Ellie was probably talking about is that, something attainable, but it still can be attainable for her.
Yeah.
She has shot it in practice, so. It's like 5 X's there for Ryan.
Yep. He's clean on X's. You can see there's a couple big misses, but that was during practice. Those don't count. It just makes your target look ugly.
And you say misses, they were 5s.
Sorry. When you're talking compound, those guys don't like to miss X's.
There you go. Hence the angry face on Julia.
Eliana from Tyler, Texas. She goes to Griffin Archery, which is Jay and Michelle, 2 of my favorite people. They're coming in. They're driving in tomorrow, and they're going to shoot our shoot. This will be the first time that they're been at our facility.
Oh, wow.
I got to get out to their new facility. They just built a brand new facility, opened it at the very end of last year, and double the size of what they had before. Excited for them. They're doing very well out there. And
good. I like to hear of other shops opening and growing. Great for the sport.
yeah, Joe.
It's a pretty color on that bow.
It is. It's one of the new elite. I can't remember the Allure, I think is what it's called. Allure, yeah. Allure.
I will speak today.
Yeah.
Allure.
I don't know if that was a good shot.
She
or
didn't
not.
like that one. Look at that girl face. She even did her head.
I
Nope.
just love the faces of archery.
Yes.
If you could I could go through all the video that we zoom in on people and just do all the different faces.
Yes,
all the
yes. I
expressions.
think there should be a coffee table book that just it's a picture book with all the different little faces.
Yep.
I know that she did not hear us, but man, it looked like she looked at the camera. And
I don't know.
It's a 5.
Looks like 2 good shots. Yeah. Why the ugly face on the first one?
See, I was thinking that this last one was the 5, but
I wonder if David from A&M's watching because I know he's bare bow and he shoots a lot of this. He comes here and shoots a lot. I don't think I saw his name on the list
Wallace?
though. Yeah. And Ryan was wearing a shirt yesterday. There was a shirt that was, I think, that SK had created, and Ryan had gotten the shirt. It was hilarious. It was just all these highlights of David. Have you seen this shirt?
No.
It is hilarious. Stars and all this stuff, and so Ryan wears it to practice a lot.
Somebody's saying, I love seeing the bare bow. I love seeing all the bows.
I love
archery. I better as much
So
as
there's
it's cost me.
Olympic recurve. Difference between bare bow and Olympic recurve is Olympic recurve has a sight. They have stabilizers. They've got all the good stuff.
They have all the things.
All the things. Maybe not all the good stuff, but all the things. Just love seeing all the smiles down there. So
Yes.
it's going to get rowdy
Look at the
this
laughing.
afternoon. At
It
1:30.
got loud last night.
It did. It's going to be loud this afternoon.
And then whenever you turned it to music and it turned into Club Texas Archery.
Oh, yeah.
The bass was rattling the floor or vibrating the floor up
After
here.
everybody left, we were like, let's see what these new speakers can do.
Do you feel the bass? Yeah, I feel it.
Did you see my new subwoofer that came in?
I did not see this. Well, I
Yeah,
think
it
you
was in
showed
the
me a
garage.
picture,
It was in
but-
the garage last night.
Oh my word!
We're gonna
Subwoofer and archery.
club.
Do those two things
club
go together?
TA.
Yeah, watch
Club
it.
TA. What's what?
Why don't you don't say TNA?
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, good. We'll leave it at that.
My,
The radio station that you
my-
have going on down below that talks that
My,
said about sitting naked in a bowl of Jello.
my virgin mind.
And it's not Trans Am either.
Jacqueline's just shaking her head. You know what? We gotta make sure that Jacqueline stays hip hanging out with us.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're saying hip, she's like, you're not hip.
That's not it either.
Time and attendance. What are you looking up?
There you go. That's what I've always known it
Really?
to mean. Yeah, it's really.
Really?
Yes.
So if you wanted to look up,
No.
what was it, TNA?
No, stop. Some little kid's going to go in.
You brought it up. I didn't even know what you're talking about. When you highlight it, that's what happens.
Oh, my goodness. Ooh. All right, as you can see, they are down there scoring again. Everything in the white. Everything in that white
Everything in
ring
white,
is
so-
going to be a 5. Now, in the 5 spot, anything in the 2 darker rings, those are 4s. Anything outside of that, zippo, not
So we
a
are
miss.
Four ends in, we are 33% of the way there. Let's see, I'm just taking a look to see how everybody's doing.
How is everybody doing, Scott?
They're doing
what
all right.
What end are we on?
They're doing all right. What end are we on? We're on the 4th end. I just said 33%. So if I was Wendy right then, because if she says something and then
You should
bring it
listen.
up, she will harp on me for like 5 minutes on, oh, I guess
5
me
minutes.
saying it wasn't good enough.
Wasn't.
Like I legit just said, we're
Legit.
4th end, and
Too
30
legit to
seconds
quit,
later
too.
she says, what end are we on? But she can do that. I
Can't
can't.
with you.
I can't. She can't with me. I just can't this morning.
Can't. So irritated. I have to sit naked in a bowl of Jell-O.
That would be an experience.
Where did that? I was like,
That'd be an experience.
Where did he
Experience.
even come up with that?
It's like on
never
Suits
heard of
when they
such.
go mudding.
See, mudding means mudding. You know where I came from.
No,
Or
this
where
is
I
this
come
is
from.
lying in mud.
Oh, no.
I didn't even know it was
mudding
a thing.
What, lying in mud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the mud bath at the spa.
Where?
As many times as you go to the spa. I'm
I don't
surprised
go
you
to the
hadn't-
spa. I
No.
only do have my nails done. I only do mani and pedis.
Evidently, you don't do that well either.
Did you feel how soft my fingernails
No.
are? Feel those.
Oh my gosh, I
Feel
have a
those.
student
They're
that
still
likes to
so
sit there
soft.
and
Here,
do
feel
this.
it. Feel it. Feel it.
Gross.
It's so soft.
No, it's about as weird as walking into
actually,
y'all's bedroom and
it's not.
bathroom this morning.
It's not. We weren't in bed.
No, I said in y'all's bedroom and bathroom this morning. I don't know why. That was just kind of weird to me.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. I can go in y'all's hotel rooms. That don't bother me at all.
Hop in bed with Amy.
Yeah. And her weighted blanket
I know.
and fan.
So couldn't take her weighted blanket. Usually she stuffs it in her backpack. That
Yeah.
weighted blanket is like
Yes.
25 pounds.
Yes.
And so
When
she'll
she's like, hand me the blanket. I'm like, "Ugh, I can't. Can you pull one corner?
Right.
And I'll pull another corner.
I tried
it
to
over to
sleep with a
you.
weighted blanket at one time. I'm just like, I can't do it. It's like I feel trapped.
Yes. I can't move.
I just can't
If
even.
somebody comes and attacks, I won't be able to do anything. I'm just like, hey, I'm laying here.
Yeah. I'm
If you
laying
can pull the weighted blanket off of me, then I'll try to fight you. But
it. Right.
can you hand me my gun?
Yeah.
Can you get my arm out?
We were in St. Louis last week, and first night she wakes up, she's like, I slept terrible. And she's like all angry, and because I apparently when I would roll over, I would pull on the blanket and wake her up. And so we had to go down there. We went down to the reception, and I said, you asked for a blanket. She's like, can I have I need a blanket and an extra pillow. And she goes, I think he rolled his eyes at me. And then the blankets didn't
See,
show
me, I
up.
would have been like, did you just roll your eyes at me?
Yeah. And they didn't even bring it. And so at 11 o'clock at night, I'm calling down there going, were you guys going to deliver a blanket and pillow?
My wife's going to kill me or you.
What number was that? And I was like, 625. Like, oh, I thought it was 629. It's because you missed it when you were rolling your eyes. I think that's where the problem was.
Yeah.
But no, I was nice. I was like, okay, thank you.
So, you know what today is?
Today is Saturday. It's 9:59. Pretty easy for me to figure that one out.
Well, It. I thought it said
Oh no.
National Chinese Lovers Day.
What?
It's
She can't stop. She's laughing so hard.
National Cheese Lovers Day.
Cheese lover. I can see how you could miss that.
Well, yes. Look, I just glanced because I'm trying to
Cheese.
watch
Oh,
what's
yeah.
going on.
You can't read.
Also, National Use Your Gift Card Day. So if you've got a gift card
Man,
for
Amy's
Texas
look at her
Archery,
group. Like she's
Yep.
having one
Yep.
bad one each time. But
that whole needs to go in timeout.
yeah,
Yep.
she's shooting way better. Like last time she's like, I want to shoot above 175, and so all she has to do is score a 12 to pass it up on our last end. She scores a 7 out of 5 arrows. I'm like, honey, you're embarrassing me out there.
Oh, come on. That is so not right.
So not right. There we go. There's Ryan, another 5Xs. He has missed none so far. Can we look at Julia's target, please?
I don't know what that means. I'm assuming, is there any other
6 o'clock.
times?
6 o'clock tonight.
All right.
Oh. Like, she hasn't even barely missed an X, and that one, it looks like it shot right out the top. Tell her we'll just add her to 6.
Okay.
She may be able to shoot this afternoon if it opens up, but I don't think so. It's full house this afternoon
Yeah.
at 1:30. Don Kyle. He's got that West Virginia shirt on.
Yep.
WV.
Is that what West Virginia? Is that WV? West?
Or VW. Is it VW? I think it's VW. Got Eliana behind him. She's a very good shooter. She said she's just got that new Elite and shoots very good. She was just it's so sweet. Like I was down there, I was like, Ellie, have you met Lily? She's like, are you Lily Dillon? And she goes, yes. She was like, you are so good.
Aww.
This is so sweet.
And she's so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. And Lily's like, you're really good too. I've seen your scores.
Aww.
So some I don't know why the
Building
camera.
up
See,
of
this is
each
what annoys me with
other.
the camera
There
sometimes.
it
It wants
is.
it wants to focus on the back end.
Yeah.
I've set the configuration to only focus in the center.
Yeah.
That's what my wife's like. Focus.
I do that too. and around being a teacher, around my
Eyes on
goodness.
me. Eyes on me.
1, 2, 3, eyes on me. But during Halloween was hocus pocus, everybody focus.
I don't know if I could deal with that.
Sure you could. It's all good. Look at that Pearland shirt right there.
Oh, Pearland Archery.
Oh.
We recognize that green anywhere.
The Martian green.
Man, there was before COVID did really hurt a lot of different clubs, and
Yeah.
I think the COVID really did hurt Pearland Archery. They had to regroup pretty strong,
Yeah.
pretty hard afterwards.
Yeah.
They had such a strong team there for a while, and I mean they would have 20 or 30 people show up to these
Yeah.
events, and the Martians. It was such a cool. I think it was a really cool idea
Yeah.
because it keeps people. It was just different.
Right.
And,
Even the stickers were little Martians, little
Yeah.
green Martians.
Yeah, everybody wanted that little green sticker and
Yep.
stick it on their case.
We would take them and hand them out to people.
Yep.
Like, hey.
I ordered. I don't know if they'll be in time, but I ordered. Oh,
You all
sorry.
right over there?
Texas archery pins to hand out to people.
Cool.
So those should be in. Should be in soon. But
Where are we at, Scott?
that was the 5th end. So we'll be coming to the 6th, which will be halfway. and we'll
Living
move
like a herd of turtles.
like a herd of turtles.
Right. I love seeing the group of 4 scoring down on the one cub. Because they have to score together. Oh, there went Pixie. Pixie's on the floor.
Is she down there? Yeah,
Yes.
she sees her mother down there.
Well, she didn't even go. She went over to Julia and Dawn and then made her way back to Mom.
She's so floppy when she runs. So funny. She's still a little puppy.
Yeah.
If anybody's wanting to
was
know,
like-
that's a golden doodle.
Amy's like,
A brown
"Ellie,
golden
come get
doodle."
her.
Yeah, here comes Ellie.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the face, and Amy turned around like, ah.
She's like, "What?" She didn't even have her leash on, so I don't know what. Let's get that dog up here. There she is.
Who's leading whom?
She is such a good puppy, though. I mean, she is such a good puppy.
Very quiet.
Yeah, barely ever barks. I mean, barely barks, and then she. The only thing is she's just too happy. She's just always wanting. She's wanting to be petted all the time, but she's not a snuggler, which is interesting. Like she doesn't. She wants to be at your feet, laying. Or we actually have her. We call it her couch, but it's a little bean bag, and she just spends a lot of time on it when she sits down.
That's her spot.
Yep. Pretty smart little dog. But the one thing we've never had a dog that likes sticks. She brings sticks in the house.
Oh, my
all
dog.
the time.
Yes.
And she'll have sticks that are too big, and she'll run up and bang into it, and then she
Yes.
turns her head sideways and pulls it in. So these big old sticks come
My
in. We're
dog
like,
goes to the end of it and then just drags the rest of it in.
no, she literally turns her head sideways. She goes her body sideways, and she pushes it in, and then comes the rest of the way.
Yeah, he drops it, goes to the end, picks it up, and it comes on in.
Chews on that thing, and there's pieces of bark and wood everywhere on our living room floor, and so
We got him a horn to chew on. So
let's see. Well, that's camera 2. There we go. That's kind of a cool view.
yeah.
That's on top of one of the bales.
Yep.
Camera's got some got a little zoom on them.
Yes, they do.
All right, JC is at 102. I guess we still have another. Before I go through everybody, I'll do it next round. Amy's at 90 right now. She's on track to
yes,
be above
she
100. Her goal
is.
was to shoot at least 100 halfway through. So she's doing very good.
So if she hits the 12, or let's see, 7 would put her, so when she needs the 8, did you say she's at 90 or 92?
She's at 90 right now, so
90,
she needs
so
10
she
points.
needs a 10.
10 points out of 25.
Yeah. I see Randall in here.
He's coming.
Is
He's
he
shooting again. I think he's trying to shoot again. Julia, yep, she did drop that 4. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with Aaron. Aaron has dropped. He dropped 2 4s on one end, and then has hit 10 X's in
Today?
a row. Yeah, like he had only dropped one X and drops 2 4s, and then shoots all X's again. So I don't know what's going on there with Aaron. Adam Ekblaw's at 124. Bob Lake 109. SK Sarah, she's at 109 as well. Like I said, it's not a big crowd today, but this morning, not a bad crowd.
Yeah.
Not a bad crowd. I think if I was going to shoot, this would be the crowd. The 130 line, it's going to be rough.
Hope at full draw. So after they shoot this end and then they go and score, it will be the 8-minute break, will be the halfway point. They will switch their targets top to bottom, bottom to top.
Every single time, don't you worry. You would always call me at the wrong time, so you can know what I was up to. Oh, don't you get that? It's just stupid. Hey, just hear me out. It's been a while since we were.
There's Julia Cook. So she did drop a 4 on that last end. That means she'll be shooting again. And she's shooting very strong too. So we'll have to talk to her at the break to find out what was going on that 4. it just happens sometimes. If everything's there and all of a sudden you flinch or something. I mean, it doesn't take much to miss. But looks like we're moving along pretty good. We'll be done probably before 12, which gives us about an hour and a half to eat lunch and everything. We've changed the times. Normally at SYWAT, it's 10 and 2. We changed ours from 9 to 1:30, which gives us a little extra time to get everybody out of here, and then have the new crowd come in. We had some issues because it's such a popular shoot to come here that the parking lot was full. So that overlap at 1:30 was just too much. So from 9 to that 9 o'clock line would be finishing, and the 1:30 line would be coming in, and it is, people are parking everywhere, and so we had to kind of adjust our times, and everybody seems to just come into it really nice. So it's actually pretty good. So here's the last shot for Ryan, and we've got the top line coming up, and that means after this we'll be taking about an 8-minute break. You guys will get to hear a little bit about Texas Archery's the Texas Ringer that's coming up in a couple weeks. I think it's one of those shoots that we want to make special, and I think that Texas deserves a shoot that's a little different than everybody else and everybody excited about. So I think there's a lot of potential for this shoot to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the state of Texas. I've got Rod Shackelford calling me, but I can't answer because the music is being played right now. Everybody's shooting. So I'll have to call you back, Rod, if you're listening. Good, kill that. Let me turn some music on for you guys.
Drown yourself in the neon. You came to this place to hide away in the dark. You tell yourself you need to move on, but when not in the shadows can ease your broken heart. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind. Wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over, but you see my face on all the strangers though. So are you sure that it's over? When you close your eyes, I'm by your side, babe. When you close your eyes, I'm on your mind, babe. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. Drown yourself in the smoke, babe. You came to this place to hide away for a while, but we both know that when it gets late, one call away and then you are spending the night. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind. Wanna escape your thoughts for a little while.
I guess I got to take me off mute. Hey, so we are coming to the end here. Our cameraman and everybody, they just ran to the bathroom real quick just to make sure they got ahead of the crowd, so that because they give about 8 minutes for everybody to go and then come back, and we want to start make sure everybody we stay on track and on time. But again, thank you everybody for joining and watching Texas Archery. We love doing this. This is a way for us to continue to promote the sport. There's not a lot of people doing it, but there are a few out there, and trust me, we reach out to them and we encourage them and help them in any way that we can as well. I know our friends out in Oklahoma podcast. Those guys do live coverage. They do a podcast. I was actually on their podcast recently, which was a lot of fun, and we talked a lot about the Texas Ringer in that one, and talked a lot about what we're doing here. Also, I don't think I'll be able to work it out, but they've got a big shoot coming up in this summer, and they wanted Wendy and I to come out there, but it's during JOAD Nationals, so I'm not going to be able to make that one. But we want to. Wendy and I don't mind traveling, so if you want. If you want live coverage there, we're really the main thing.
Tell them to change the date.
Yeah, I know. I did. Like I told them.
We want to be there. Just change the date. It's not that big of a deal.
The only thing that we really ask for is, and we don't even care if it's a hotel or it's somebody's house. We just want to make sure that we don't have to pay for a hotel room.
Do you remember the Airbnb at Paris?
Yeah.
I just knew we were about to die.
It was a cool house.
It was.
It's hard to find.
It was hard to find. It was
There was
dark.
no lights.
It was literally a 1-lane road. I mean, you had to move over. So
And then I had a
could
trailer,
pass.
and then I couldn't back that up because I couldn't see.
And
Oh,
then
it was a disaster.
It was pitch black, and you're backing up, and all of a sudden this car stops beside us. We're like, here it is, right here. We're gonna die right here.
And Wendy starts pulling her gun out.
And it was an elderly lady. She's like, "Are y'all okay?" We're like, "What? What was she even doing out?"
I don't know, but it was late.
Bingo was way over by then. I mean, the early bird at
That's what I was saying,
Denny's
like,
was
yeah.
done.
Yeah, the early bird, it was done.
I mean, if they did bingo, it had to be at a church because there was nothing out there. And then when we pulled it to the house, there's no lights on. And we're like, are we at the right place? And then it's got one of those garages that had like the padlocks on it. And you just knew that it was like all chainsaws hanging in there.
Yeah.
And that's the place you did not want to go. Y'all opened the door and all we heard was frogs.
So we just a side note. So we're like, Amy just needs a 10, and we're like, she'll get that. She's at 11.
Yes.
Like,
I
come
just
on,
asked her
Amy.
down there. She goes, I don't know. I have 2 4s. Well, that's 8. And you got 3 more arrows. So.
Yeah. And she had.
She goes, then
two
I think I had
ones.
2 1s. I was like, okay, well, you got 1 more arrows. Bonus points right there.
Yeah.
I said extra credit.
Bonus points. Come on. I was like, you know what? She's probably gonna be right around, the 110 mark. This will be great. It'll give her a little sleep. No, she's gonna have to put up another 100. She's like, she wanted that 200 points today, which will be good for her. She's really moving along.
Dallas says she'll see us at 1:30, but I don't know. Yesterday we thought it was Dallas, but it wasn't. It was.
Yeah. Is it Dallas? Is that
it
Dallas?
really you?
I don't know.
Oh man, I'm on my second cup of caffeine.
Oh, I meant to grab one of those.
caffeine. What?
I'm gonna drink one of those before the day's out.
Well, we gotta get more tea then.
Send Amy.
Send Amy. Well, Dallas is coming. No.
Dallas, we need sweet tea. Well, she needs sweet tea. I take unsweet tea. I'll take an Arnold Palmer as well.
Ew.
You don't like Arnold
No,
Palmer?
I don't even like lemonade. I don't like lemon
My
in
daughter-
my tea.
She called hers.
She's got Arnold Palmer over there.
Do you really?
Jacqueline does.
So ask Molly. She does she calls it. She used to call it a Molly Booth because she would put tea with lemonade on top. It's different. Because Arnold Palmer is
still-
lemonade with tea on top, so you can see the different colors. But. All right, we are halfway through. This is about 8-minute break. We're going to go ahead and go to a commercial. I say a commercial. We're going to go to a weight screen right now. And let me go ahead and set the time on that. So we'll put it at about 7 minutes. All right, and we'll catch you guys here in about 8 minutes. Hey, welcome to Raising an Archer, and we have kind of a special edition here.
Start that over again.
Molly with her face all up in the camera. I'm not starting it over. That's part of it. We have Molly McDonald with us, she runs our social media at Texas Archery, and guess what? She'll be doing live coverage with me at the Texas Ringer.
Yes.
And when we when we were looking at trying to do something different, this was probably about a year and a half ago, I was trying to decide, how do you come up with a cool tournament that's different than everything else? And we've, Lancaster has kind of changed their 3 spot and had like another little target that you can aim at for extra points and things like that. But we didn't want to duplicate that. And I was at an event and somebody was talking about Michigan having this weird target. So I did some research, found it, and it is this weird bright blue target. It's called an MI-3P MAA target. You can get that from Maple Leaf. And so I got these in. Everybody at first like, I love this target. Like, it is really kind of a cool idea. And what was it? How's the scoring on this one, Molly?
So the scoring is a little weird.
She's putting it in front of my face.
So the center is a 7, but if you see close right here, this line, that's a 6. Then we have 5, 4, 3, 2. And if you just hit the paper, it's 1. When we flip to the other side, same thing, 7, the line is 6, 5, 4. But if you hit the paper on this side, it's just a miss.
It's not a 1.
Oh, hold on. If you flip over to the other side.
No, I'm teasing. It is a miss. I'm just picking it.
I didn't even know what I said.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool target. And when I first introduced it to everybody, they were like, wow, that's cool. They go shoot it, and they're like, I hate this target. Because when I was thinking was like, hey, you hit the white, you hit that little line, you get a 6. But everybody feels like even if they shoot the line in the inside and they get a 6, they feel like they just dropped a point.
Yeah.
And, you have to shoot an inside out to get it. There's some strategy to this target. And part of that strategy is that you have to be able to shoot, you'll want to shoot micro arrows into it. Some guys will do 23s. They're like, they know they shoot well with them. So you have to make a decision coming in. Do I shoot micros or do I shoot the bigger arrows? And this is for the compounders. We had several people that came in, and when we shot this one, they used the micros, worked great. Others are just like, I am dropping points like crazy because they're just missing lines.
Yeah.
Hey, they were able to get a couple 7s, but what's happening is they're shooting and they're just missing the 6. And so not only they're
getting 5s.
They're getting 5s instead, and nobody wants a 5.
Yeah.
And so it's a little different. Molly's never shot this one before, so this will be your first time to shoot this target.
Yes.
What do you think when you look at it? It's kind of different, isn't it?
Yes, it is definitely different. I hope it's easy. I love the SYWAT targets, so I'm hoping it's kind of like the SYWAT targets. And I mean, the white's pretty big. I'll probably be hitting more 5s and 7s though.
Yeah, for those that seem to miss the scoring ring, this will be good because if they can just hit paper, they at least
there you go, right? Maybe I won't have a miss.
Some of the rules are when on the 5 spot, you can still shoot you can shoot them all into one target. You can shoot 2 into one and 3 into another. It really doesn't matter. It's kind of like NFAA rules. We're introducing. We've kind of clarified how we're going to do the traditional class. So no metal risers, going to have to be wood risers if you're going to shoot the traditional class, which we've set it up so that you can shoot on Friday or Saturday and you'll be able to qualify. Top 8 archers will move on. 8 a.m. it will start, and we'll be shooting. It'll be a shoot up type of format. Do you know what that means, Molly? The shoot up.
You score a certain amount and you just keep going higher and higher. So like if you shoot off against like 5th and 4th, if it starts 8 and 7, then whoever wins moves to the next.
Shoots against 6, yeah, and so on and so forth. Once we get to the final 3, which is that the top 2 qualifiers are really they're sitting pretty. They're automatically put into the finals, which will be on a big platform. We should have a lot of fun. You've never got to do live coverage with me, have you?
No.
So what we'll do is we're going to put them on that big platform. It's going to be live, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have live scoring on the screen, just like we always do. That's what we will. We want to make it as exciting as possible. We'll make it loud in there, so we're going to have a lot of speakers and music and all kinds of stuff. So it will be quite the production.
Yes, it will.
I like to do those productions, right?
Yes, you do.
Should be a lot of fun. What other things? Last year, the last time we did this shoot, we had a little over 100 archers. We're anticipating to do more than that. Registration is at $75. Roughly 75% of those dollars are going to go right back into your division. So, for example, we were talking about trad. If trad brings in 20 people, what would that be? Let's see. Let's do the math on that real quick. So 75 times 20. So you're looking at about $1,100 in the pot. That's really good money.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is we'll split. It won't be just all going to the winner. We'll, depending on, if you go to eyesonscore.com and look up Texas or 2024 Texas Ringer, you'll be able to register. And there's a lot more information out there on the Texas Ringer and on the rules and all of that stuff. We're still kind of tweaking the rules a little bit as people come like, hey, what about this? We're like, oh, that's a good question. And we go ahead and we'll add those to it just so that we can continue to build it. We have a tournament director that's managing all that for us. We're trying to get hotel blocks for people so that they can get some discounted rates on hotels if they come in and hang out with us and shoot. So and times are going to be crazy because I think we have times going until probably shooting. We're probably going to be shooting from 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. On Saturday till 11 at night.
Oh, great.
So a lot of talking, a lot of fun. Yep.
Yeah.
What do you think, Molly?
I mean, sounds crazy. Sounds fun.
And you're planning on shooting it too.
Yes, I am.
So I'll have to recruit somebody to help me with the live broadcast.
Yeah, while I'm shooting.
When we do it. Yep. So we wanted to get a quick little podcast out there for you guys so you can understand what's happening, why this is different, and why this is going to be exciting shoot. We're hoping, if we can get enough people registered, we could give away between $6,000 and $10,000. I think that would be a great start for Texas to be able to put together a major tournament in the Texas, in the state of Texas, right?
Yeah, would.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys at the next target.
Drown yourself in the neon. You came to this place to hide away in the dark. You tell yourself you need to move on, but one night in the shadows can ease your broken heart. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind. Wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over.
All right, we are back.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I'm
Are
just
you
jumping
ready?
in here. Yeah, they're about to start again. Thank you for joining. I know it's early. What is it? I guess not so early now.
It's not
10:30.
early. 10:30.
9 o'clock was early this morning. It felt early. Yeah. We left. We had to go and get kolaches this morning, so that was.
We had to do Chick-fil-A because it's Saturday and they're not open on Sundays. So tomorrow is Kolache Factory for us, or Whataburger. I don't know, one or the other.
You know, I was telling you earlier. I got so sick on Sunday night, and last Sunday night we'd flown back from St. Louis, and we're all like, "Hey, let's go to." You kind of lose your days,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
And so we get back on Sunday. I
Try
completely
being a school
forget.
teacher and then having Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. You know,
all those
I don't
days.
even know.
So I'm completely, and I'm like, hey, where do you guys want to go? They're like, oh, we want to go Chick-fil-A. I'm like, yeah, no problem. So we pull up. As we're pulling up, I can see there's no lights in Chick-fil-A. I'm like, what day is it?
Oh, it was Sunday.
And I was like, crap, it's Sunday. I was like, okay, I guess we'll go to Panda. I cannot remember the last time I was this sick. Like, I woke up in pain, but I had to show up the next day to the shop, and that I let because of the freeze and everything. We shut down at 3. I got home. I fell asleep on the couch at 4. I went to bed at 5. I didn't get up until after 8, 9 the next day. I mean, it was. I laid in bed asleep for over 15 hours. I can't even remember. Like, that's like when I was a kid type of sleeping.
I was like, y'all need to invest in some Lysol.
Right?
Spray it down.
Let's see if my watch. It was interesting. My new watch here. I was.
You keep playing with that thing.
This morning it said you slept for 5 hours and 58 minutes, and it was like not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah, mine gives me peak
My sleep
sleeping.
score was a 76, but it did say I had good sleep during that time.
Oh.
Let's see. Duration, 5 hours and 57
Oh,
minutes.
Y'all
Quality,
got it. Y'all must have stayed up. I got 6 hours and 31 minutes.
fair.
I got an 80 for my sleep score.
Oh, I'm going to see if I'm going to beat you tonight. So the sleep score, the reason why it was so late, I had to get all the names entered last night and get it all ready for today.
How did Julia and I beat y'all home?
Our car overheated last night, so we didn't get home until almost 11 last night because it took so long to get home.
Why didn't you call or text me?
It was Zach was driving the Yukon. It was
Right.
overheating.
Oh,
So
the Yukon was
we
overheating.
were already 10 minutes from our house, and
Is
he
that
calls.
why it took him so long
I don't know.
to leave here?
But it kept overheating. So we drove all the way back to the Woodlands. We swapped cars and then drove 30 miles an hour
Good
to get it back last
grief.
night. So that was why we got in so late
okay.
last night. And then
We got there and it was just Ryan, and I'm like,
he didn't tell
no, he didn't tell me. Like, where's everybody at? And he goes, I don't know.
you. I don't know.
So he must not have known at that point.
Yeah, I never even looked at like what my quality of sleep was. I'm gonna go for 100. I don't think I'll ever get 100.
Oh yeah, I don't get 100.
It's kind of interesting though.
Oh,
You
I
guys-
love it when it goes, hey, but so it was good last night. Like, mine are all fair. Like, I don't ever get
Fair.
above fair. I come to your house and I get good.
Get sleep. That's right. Just put you on the couch. She'll fall asleep.
I know. Julia was just like standing in y'all's living room. I'm like, okay, so are we going to hang out downstairs and wait for them to get here? Or are we going to go on upstairs? And
Right.
we're just standing there holding our stuff. And she goes, Mom, it's 10:30. We're going to bed. It's like, okay, but I have my phone on, so
Yeah. There's a good picture of Adam. Adam Ekbla.
And you can get that name correct.
I know. I don't know. I really don't.
And what accent was that? Just the
Ekbla. It's just a fun
no,
name
that
to
I
say.
don't know. I don't know.
I just don't know. It's my friends up north.
You have friends up north?
A few. I've got Penny Heddletwit. Lee
Yes.
Heddletwit.
And see, that's another name that you can
Get right.
pronounce,
I can get it right. It took a while though. Actually, it took was me asking, how do you pronounce your last name?
Yes.
Because I mispronounced it for so long. Well, Adam has one more. Well, wait a minute. That wasn't Adam's target. That was,
What?
was it? Oh, I don't know. I was looking. I don't know what's going on. Here's Steve. Let's see. How's Steve shooting? Is he clean so far still? Let me take a gander. A gander right now. Let me reset this. Let's see. What is today? It's 9 a.m.
Oh, I see. Talking about. I'm like, no, Scott. It is 10:32. You're talking about
10:32. Don Kyle
what
is
shooting
clean
line
after the
was
first
it?
half. Oh, Steve is still clean with 25 or 23 X's. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Let's
Stop.
see.
I don't know. Oh, Amy pulled her hair back. She's meaning some business.
Getting serious now.
It is getting serious.
I brought binoculars up here so I could kind of look down there and see what was going on.
Yeah.
But I looked down there right after first practice, and she's giving me the universal sign of, her fingers on her eyes, like, oh, okay, yeah, come, I've got binoculars for you right here.
Oh, so you have lost your binoculars.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to go pay for this, and then I was like, oh, wait. I need
I
my
wonder
card.
if Ryan dropped an X there because he's kind of shaking his head.
Did he go run this morning?
I don't think so. I told him to.
Yeah,
He
because
said it's kind of cold.
he said that, when I ran, I got a 60X. So I'm going to test that theory.
It looks like maybe that left one, it looks like it's touching.
Left one, you mean bottom right?
Bottom right. He looks like he's fine. I
Looks
think
like
he's
he's
just
touching.
I think he's just mad at the shot.
Yeah.
It just he likes inside outs.
Yes.
And,
Well, who doesn't?
right? He's got some work to do this week. He's
Before like,
he tinkers more than anybody I know. Like he shot a 60X 2 weeks ago, And when he got back on Monday, everybody's like, "What are you doing?" He's like tearing things down on his bow, making changes. He's just like, it wasn't tight enough. He wants it to be one hole.
Yeah.
And so he's like, it's just not as forgiving as he'd like it to be. And to get these bows to be super forgiving, it's amazing what it takes to get them there. And it's not, you might luck out and get a good setup, but these guys are tinkering different spines, different weights. It's it gets kind of expensive with all the different setups just so that they can try all the different arrows. For him, we're kind of lucky we get some of this stuff for free, which is nice, so that he can play with it and work on it and make all those changes and get him ready. We have some cool friends in the archery community that does help him out and make sure that, if there are any issues with his bow, they do take care of him. So that's really nice.
So, I know Ryan, and I know how he has been for years, that he likes to tear it down and rebuild. And if it doesn't feel right, I don't care if the tournament's today, I'm going to.
That's true.
But for anyone else, at what point would you say, hey, have you thought that it might be you, not Ryan, because this is the way, but
It's a little different, like for him, because he's going, I still hit an X, but it wasn't good enough X, and so he's making little adjustments. When guys or girls get to a certain level, if that shot breaks in the dead center, Julia's there too. If it breaks dead center and doesn't hit dead center, something wasn't right.
Okay.
Was it them? Was it the bow?
Right.
And so that they have to work through that to see what was the issue. If Ryan feels like every time he breaks a good shot and it barely catches, or if it's like boom, 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 and then he messes just a little bit, then he's going to start looking at, okay, was it that he has his arrows marked? Was that an arrow issue or not? That's going to make a difference for USA, because USA requires the X. That's why you have to make sure you adjust to get that down. Hitting a 10 in Vegas or hitting an X here still counts, but in the big picture, they want it to be more of just a circle,
right?
So that they're not missing other things. It's just a constant battle. A lot of archers, if they're not at that level, you got to get to a point where you allow it to settle in. You got to shoot through and see, is it you? Okay. Is it the bow? Julia, with her, it just came down where it did look like, okay, is this a bow issue? Because it's not improving. Like, she got back to a certain level, but it just stopped. Yeah. And everything looked good. We go back to the old bow, and within a week,
right.
It could be confidence, because she always had very, very big confidence in the bow. But I think it was just the equipment. Something was a little different. The interesting thing with her is that we ended up shortening the draw by a 1/4 inch with the new bow, or the old bow. And it tightened everything up. Not sure.
Yeah.
We
don't know. We can guess.
We can guess. We're just like, we're not changing anything. Until
we're good for right now.
Yeah. So, it's different for every archer on.
So we have been told, but again, like, I think what I'm understanding you saying is that, what level is the archer? Because we were told in the beginning that, quit messing with the equipment. It's, the archer. It's not the equipment, it's the archer. And then, then you see a switch, a change. And so that's why I was asking, just in case someone else was facing that same thing.
Yeah, I mean, normally it's not the equipment. Okay, let's just be real. Normally not the equipment. When you get to a certain level and you're trying to go from, X's to inside out X's, it can be the tune of the arrow that causes that. We're working on how do you make the bow as forgiving as possible, and it could be as simple as raising your rest a 16th. Raising not your rest, but your D-loop 16th changes the whole feel of the bow, So
that's what she's been, Adam's worked on some things with her, changed some things recently. And then this week she was like, well, now I almost feel like my arrows aren't tuned. And I'm like, well, would that change the tune of the arrows or?
What did they change?
Well, I mean, it was just things. Well, the back V bar. He's calling me right now.
Do I need to mute you so you can talk to Adam?
No, I'm gonna text him.
Adam, just talk to us online.
I
Just go ahead and join us online.
I just put live feed. So the back V bar, the weights. I'm trying to think what else, and then things with what she was doing too. So one thing, she wasn't breathing while she was shooting.
Breathing helps. Eating food helps.
Yeah. I think she's really got that down because that was one of the things whenever we came through Chick-fil-A this morning. She didn't want the yogurt, because of the dairy issue. She wanted some fruit for later. And she made sure at the house before we came yesterday that, protein bars and beef jerky and different things to have, and then water. So I think that the protein nutrition after you and I had that talk with her, and I think that really helped her with that part. And so nutrition is not so bad, but so it was, and he sent out laughing, crying emoji. So it was her release because she wasn't dropping her arm. I don't know what she was doing, and the breathing and then tempo. And so he actually sped up her tempo a little bit. And then she told me, which I didn't know, that the three things changed. So then it went from the tempo was good, but heel pressure. And so those things changing on her. And then, like I said, I know the V-bar and the weights, those things changed, but I'm not sure what else.
Yeah, you mentioned.
I was doing a podcast with you and
right. Mention the food. Mention the food that was Ryan was talking with Gaius Carter from PSE this week, and Gaius has a 33-inch draw length, so it was very him. They talk about tuning and things like that. And the one thing he said that Gaius had told him was, when you are tuning, have snacks on hand because you get caught up in the tune.
Hey, Jacqueline, can you show the first row over on this side, the bottom row over on this side of the stands?
I don't know if you noticed I was talking.
Oh, well, no. I'm going to show you the snacks on hand. There is a red, white, and blue bag that the parent stands. Oh, yep, right there. And she has nothing but snacks in there. And there's very little junk. There's a few bags of chips in there. And then I think there's one package of like 6 Oreos. And the rest of it is beef jerky and protein bars, some goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll go back to where I was talking. So he says when
With
you are
Gaius,
tuning,
yes.
when you're tuning, make sure that you have snacks on hand because as you're tuning, you'll get caught up in the tuning process and hours will go by. So you've got to make sure that you're
We've
eating
had that here
through the practice, through that tuning process to make sure you're as strong as possible because you'll start getting some false positives, as you're trying to tune, which I was like, we've already talked about food and eating and stuff, but I didn't think even constantly eating as you tune, even if it's an hour, 2 hours, that you're just eating every 30 minutes to make sure that
what were we
stay
getting
strong.
ready for? Were we getting ready for I don't know, some big tournament, a travel tournament, and we had the kids out here. We had Ryan and Julia out here on the concrete, and it was like 8 hours of shooting, or I think we were at 6. And then Ryan goes, Julia started getting hangry. She was being rude. And Ryan was like, have you eaten? No. Well, then we need to stop. You need to.
Yeah, that was, where's Ryan's target? Did he drop that top right? No, it's going to be close.
Top right? No, it's got it.
Bottom left.
Bottom left.
Yeah, he got it.
He's looking.
Yeah, that could be a case study. Because I'll give the quick story. So they show up about 10 o'clock. We start working.
Talk about us.
Yeah, talking about you guys. So we start practicing indoors, and then right.
needed to go the distance.
We went ahead and did some group tuning and
Yeah.
stuff like that, just so that we could, because of no wind, we could get that
Yeah.
set up.
Ryan did that string.
Yeah. So we did
thing
walk
with
back
our-
tuning.
yes,
We did all
walk
kinds
back
of stuff for
tuning.
outdoor walk back tuning, group tuning. We
Yeah.
did a lot of tuning for the first
Yeah.
couple hours, maybe about 2.5 hours. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go get lunch for everybody, and she's like, I
didn't want any.
but she's like, I had a late lunch, so I don't need any, or a late breakfast. I don't need anything. I'm like, okay. So I leave. I get our food.
I went
We
with
all
you.
Eat. Yeah, we all eat.
Yeah.
We come back, and we start working outside, and it's probably about 5 o'clock at this point, and it's been a rough probably 3 hours.
Yes.
Like, we are making
I go and sit
changes,
down
we're
on the
doing all kinds of
side.
stuff. I'm asking,
was
like,
rough.
you know, like, maybe we need to get a snack. Nope, she's fine, because she had a late breakfast. She kept saying she had a late breakfast.
Late breakfast.
At about 5 o'clock, I'm just like, what did you eat for breakfast? And she said a cinnamon roll. I thought I was going to
Probably.
lose my mind at that point.
I think I had already lost my
Oh,
mind.
you were already done. She's always sitting over by the AC units, which is the worst spot to sit, because it's like, it's loud.
I could
It's
sit
just-
and I could be away,
Yeah.
and it was loud, so I didn't have
Oh,
to
yeah.
listen.
Yeah. Julie had to call and apologize to me.
Yeah.
afterwards.
There was a method to my madness.
she
right
got ugly.
there.
She got ugly.
Oh my gosh!
But
yes.
then we had to have a little nutrition conversation. You know, it's and, you know, just don't think, like, I didn't think that. Hey, what did you eat?
Yeah. I guess
we had to
that was
regroup. And guess what? We regrouped. That you came back the next day, and it was a whole
Yeah.
different kid, whole different
Yeah,
shooting
'cause you had to have
experience.
food.
Yeah. So it's
Mm.
important, even though it's archery. The one thing that we've learned is nutrition is very important, because
They are still athletes.
yeah, they're shooting for 3 hours, and they can't.
We're not out here running, or
you
they're
gotta
not
stay
out here
strong.
running, but they're still athletes.
Yeah, Ryan, you know, as an archer, you know, he works out. You know, he does push-ups, he does sit-ups. He's been running in the mornings. He wants to be as fit as possible, so that he is as strong as he is on that first shot all the way down to the last. Which I think is interesting, because I think that Levi Morgan talks a lot about that, where once he realized the fitness piece of it, that's when his game really stepped up. You know, working out, making sure that he is
Then I can
strong
never
physically
be a
and
top-notch
mentally.
archer.
As Amy says, if she'll run for chocolate.
I don't know.
Not even
We
for
talked about that last night. I don't think I even run for chocolate.
All right, 4 more ends.
I run when I get that radio call. We have a runner.
We have a runner, and I wouldn't run far.
I don't have to. That's the beauty of it.
Oh no, Amy's gotten 4 misses in the last.
No, she
2
said
in.
her second round is always worse than her first.
I was like, how is she at 120? Like, she's only scored 19 points in 2 ends. That's okay. She's just having fun. All right, just kind of looking through to see where we are. Everybody's looking good.
How's Don called in as we look
Where
at
is
him?
Don? Let's see, Don. Don Kyle. He's still clean, 200.
All right.
He wants that 300.
Keep it going.
West Virginia.
Looks like he holds his breath.
He does. He's big.
I just noticed that.
Several people from Saddle River here.
Oh. And we heard that Toby will be here tomorrow.
Yep. Toby Ragsdale.
Also Saddle River.
Yep. Saddle River Range.
That's why I was mentioning.
I do like seeing all these shop jerseys. It's always
Yes,
fun to see.
everybody supporting
people supporting
everyone.
their shops, and that's what we've got to do as shop owners. Is, you know, it's not us against them. It's about us building the sport.
Yes.
Because this market is not that big, and to continue to grow the sport, we need shops in every area to continue to grow it.
Yes.
We've got
Hudson McPherson there.
yep,
Very talented archer.
he is. See how his scores are. If I can find them.
Come on, Scott. I've got faith in you. You can
There
do
it
it.
is. There's Hudson. Hudson's shooting pretty good right now. The second half, he hasn't dropped a 4 yet.
I think you just did.
I jinxed him.
Looks like
Great.
there's 2 of them.
Still not bad.
Yep.
Olympic recurve. We do give out 300 buckles if they just shoot one. Recurve shoots a 300, they get a buckle. It doesn't they don't have to shoot it at both of them. We gave one away. We've only given one away so far.
Who was that to?
That was to. Do you know, or are you just asking?
I think I know, but I'm not for sure.
It was Micah Z.
Yes. I do remember that.
Micah Z.
I think I was here for that.
We've had some close
presentation.
ones. Matthew Parmenter
Yes.
shot a 298 here.
He was not happy about that.
No,
It's a good score, but he was not happy.
I think it was 290. It was 298 or 290. I think he dropped one on the very last end, which made him mad. That's what it was, and he ended with it. He wanted that 299.
She's saying yes.
Yeah, she remembers. She remembers. I don't know. Is he on the list? I haven't even looked. I bet he is. Yeah.
Yes,
He
she's
is.
like,
she's like,
he
yeah,
is.
he's here. She's looked through the list. Is he shooting it this afternoon? I know. He is so smooth to shoot. She's like, I love to see him shoot.
Yes,
Because
I
he's just
do love
so
watching him
smooth.
shoot. Even nationally, because I'm normally on that side of the field, to watch him shoot and compete on that level and is just it's fun.
Yep. There's Julia Cook, full draw. She's a very good shooter, and if anybody knows
thank
Julia, they know she's a good shooter and a good kid. Like I can tell you, if she gets out of line, there's a mom that will put her back in line so fast.
Quickly, yes, very
So
quickly.
fast.
You may not see it happen, but just know that it is happening.
That is true. That is true.
And
She's
if I don't see it, you let me know, and I will still make sure it happens.
She doesn't, you won't see Wendy lose it. Typically,
Oh, there's one
typically
time.
that one
There's
time.
the one time.
One time, if you go to our podcast, we actually talk about that situation because as parents, we've all done it. We've all been there. As awesome as we are as parents, and as how much we pride ourselves in not losing it in front of people, there's just a time.
I've never seen Joe more frazzled than that day.
I literally I get a text because I wasn't there. I get from Joe, and it just says something like
Wendy and Julia fighting.
Wendy and Julia fighting. Like, what does that even mean? Is like are
They duking it out,
yeah,
or
are there blows? Or like,
very close, toe to toe.
that's such a pretty bow. All that pink, that face.
I
See,
know.
the face
I'm
is,
telling. Oh, because that one arrow.
that is hilarious.
Oh, she looks mad. She definitely has a mad face.
There's Ryan, Texas A&M, sophomore at Texas A&M.
Texas A&M archery team.
He's worked very hard on Ryan struggles with some target panic.
You got 4 X's.
Yeah, because it renewed his face because it
Yes.
he's like, what the
The
heck?
faces of archers.
So he has suffered with or struggled with target panic, and I have never
Yes.
worked with anyone that has worked harder than him on trying to get through it. And if you can beat it, you're going to be okay. But it'll creep its ugly head in there ever so often, and he has to really keep his mind strong through all of it to be able
5
to
X's.
get past it. When he shot his 60X, very last arrow, he's like, I don't even know how it hit. Like, I mean, he said,
Don't want to look. I don't want to know.
he said, I drew back, I came down, and it just fired. And he's like, and everybody's watching too, because it really is, I believe it's special when there's a 60X shot at a tournament.
Trying to figure out what you were talking about special.
No, it really is because
special.
up until about 3 years ago, I'd never witnessed a 60X round.
I mean, we see these kind of things from the pros.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I never witnessed somebody shooting a 60X. I saw them happening around Texas. There was a few that sprinkle in there, but you're seeing them more and
Very
more.
few, but yeah, they
You're
are
seeing them more and more.
occurring more and more.
Yeah, so we've had 4 60Xs, actually 5 60Xs. Connor Sears has shot 2 of them here. Logan Hamilton, Ryan, and Derek Begno, which up until when Derek actually shot his, I was telling them we have not had and I still consider Connor and Logan and Ryan young kids.
Yeah. Connor not as much, but
Yeah, but I considered those guys kids.
Yeah.
So Derek was the first adult
they're so much younger than you.
that shot the 60X. And all 3 of those kids had shot the 60Xs as literal youth, young adults. So it's fun to
It is a feat.
Yeah. So seeing those 60Xs is really really fun, and that's why I'm trying to make it special. Yep. So if you shoot a 60X here at Texas Archery, guess what? You get a 60X buckle. I'll be designing. I think I have 1, maybe 2 60X buckles left. And I'll be designing a new design for the 60X here soon. I want to have a couple of them, so if somebody shoots a second one, they get a different buckle.
Yeah.
I'll have to put that order in here sooner than later because I think that we'll need it for next season for sure. I give away one season, so I've given away 2. Gave away three 60X buckles last year. I think it was, or last season-ish. Yeah, I think it was last year. I think it was last year. And then this year I've given away, or this season I've given away 1. So 4 total.
Yeah, we all held our breath for little D.
Yep. And boy, he was pretty pumped, wasn't he?
Oh my gosh, yes, we can see his teeth from here.
It's it's one of those things that you got to get off your back.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are definitely capable.
Well, it's like getting the first 300. Once you got that off, then you're confident. You know that you can do it.
It's
you
easier.
get that 60X, which is the perfect score, and then there is nothing else better than that. And from then on, it's just inside out.
Did you see that
Yeah,
face?
I did see the face in the transition of her.
That was an awesome face. She's like, oh. I thought maybe she'd missed. It was a 3. It's still not exactly where she wants to be, but
Yeah, at least it scored.
still it scored.
3
So
more
funny.
points than if she had a miss. So we're glad that you guys are all with us today. Whether you are checking Eyes on Score and hanging out with us that way, or if you are watching through YouTube or Facebook or any of our other avenues, thanks for being with us. Hope you all are staying warm.
It was chilly this
getting-
morning. It was 28 degrees this morning. It was a mite chilly.
29 for my boy doing outdoor swim practice this morning
That doesn't even make sense to me.
with a wind chill warning.
Doesn't even make sense.
Oh man. Is that like a polar? It's not the polar bear plunge because the water's not cold.
Water has to be cold.
The water has to be cold. And the warning was, warning of hypothermia. And I'm like going, okay, when you get out of it, but Mom, the water's warm, because I had that conversation this morning.
Yeah.
But okay, when you get out, make sure your head is covered.
Yeah, Amy, she had another miss on the last round. She had 4-4 miss.
Oh,
But you know what? As long as she says her goal is a 180.
yeah, that's what she told me too.
I think she can get there.
All right. Now, Justin, my friend, you said you're going to be here for the 2 p.m. line. It is actually 1:30.
Yeah.
So if you're here at 2, you're gonna miss some of it.
You are going to miss it. So you better show up at 1:30.
It starts at 1:30.
Can you respond to that? Make sure.
Yeah, it is going to be a full house. So you definitely need to get here earlier than that.
Or somebody will take your spot.
Yes, because we have started a waiting list. So I'm responding to you. I'm replying to you online right now. We are a little different here.
We are different.
Speak for yourself. No, the times are different here because we are offering 3 shooting lines today.
Yeah. Also, we do that just because the amount of parking, it's pretty tough.
Yes.
You know, when you've got a shift of 80 archers, basically, roughly.
Right.
And their families.
All right. I responded with exactly what I said verbally.
There we go. So we've got 3 more ends, 15 more arrows.
All right. So Toby is asking, and so there may be other people wanting to know, and I don't care if it's just one person wanting to know. I will explain it. How does one log into Eyes on Score? You will, if you are an archer who will be doing the live scoring, in other words, you'll be entering it on the tablet, you will receive a one-time code.
Hold on. I think he's asking, how do you see scores?
Okay, I'm going to do
Tell
both
that one first.
because he does say OTP. Do you need an OTP to log in?
Oh.
So that's why I was going this route first,
Yeah,
because to
yeah.
answer the actual question. So
That's only for entering scores when you're here.
yes, if you are chosen to be a scorer on the tablet, you will be sent a code. No, you don't even need a code because we have
Nope.
tablets today. So no, you do not need a code. We are providing tablets for each bale, so no code is needed. Now, if you are just wanting to watch the scoring, the live scoring, you will go to Eyes on Score and then click on Live Scores.
And you'll be able to see it. So we are going to add the feature at some point where the app can actually do you can see live scoring through it.
Mm-hmm.
That OTP number is actually it's going away.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to use it. Like when we first designed the app, it was to people were telling us it has to be secure, and so we went ahead and made it secure. So whenever somebody used their cell phone, it would send a text to
Right,
them.
I was going to say, because
and-
we were using cell phones, and it's
Yeah.
still good because shops, maybe it's a smaller shop, and they want to be able to do that with the scoring, and they don't want to have tablets.
Well, the tablet mode still works on cell phones,
Oh,
which is what's really which I found
nice.
that everybody is actually using, because what they do is it assigns a number per bale,
Wow.
and then what they do is they just enter that number on their phone. So like for state state
Is that an
tournament,
upgrade that you had to do, or was that just there?
We did it. We did it about a year ago because that's what Texas A&M wanted, and so we made that a change. And then I found that everybody was actually using that, so we've made that the default.
Yes. So Toby, nope, you do not have to use the app. We've got
Have to
the
go to the
tablet
website.
sitting out there for scoring, and then the website for anyone wanting to view the scores. So once you go and you view, then you'll look for Texas Archery and the SYWAT, and you are good to go.
Good to go.
And thank you, Linda, for putting the link on Facebook for Eyes on Score for the Texas Archery SYWAT.
All right, so
Ooh,
There we
got
go.
another scary one for that top left, but I do believe that is
It's in.
That is a jar liquor.
a jar
baby.
liquor, jar liquor, jar liquor. So we've got 10 more arrows, and we're doing good time. We're be done by 11:30.
Yeah.
Maybe
Even
12
though
at the latest.
they move a little slower down there, they are getting through a little quicker.
I need to get down there at the end, pull my stamp out. I forgot about my stamp, and so yesterday people were like, "Hey, where's the stamp?"
I
And
thought it
came
was
over.
sitting on the corner all.
No, I
whole time.
no. Last night, no. I had to run in there and grab it and come down here and
Oh,
stamp
okay.
everybody's.
Maybe I was just taking
everybody's
scorecards, but
target, and then they left them, and I forgot my
okay, Scott.
stapler today.
If you're going to take scorecards, you need to make sure that they have signatures today.
I handed them over to you.
Yeah, and you're like taking them one at a time. I'm like, hey, well, I need
I only
to.
took the one. I only
No,
took
you
the
had
one.
two.
No, I handed you both
And
of them.
neither one of them
because-
had scorecards.
because I handed
mean,
both of them to you and said, I think that's their group.
I'm over here going like, okay, well, I need blue and white. And
So,
wait, there's no signatures.
last night-
And where's the tablet?
last
and
night-
why did I just have one kid's scorecard?
Last night as we walked down, I didn't even tell Wendy. I just went ahead and said, all right, so everybody go ahead and get your scorecards and your tablets right and hand them to Wendy. She's like, oh, okay.
But I don't mind at all. I get to talk some more.
Yeah,
Talk to people.
So we'll do that. We'll do that again.
I kind of like talking to people or animals or I don't know. I'll talk to a fence post. I'll argue with the fence post too.
That is true. She
Hey.
will argue with about anything.
Especially when I know I'm right.
You're never wrong.
Thank you for admitting that.
Hey, I'm just keeping it real. Wendy's never wrong. Just makes life a little easier
I'm
when
gonna
it's
say
like
it.
that.
You are so right.
Amy just shot a 23. Very nice.
Hey.
Good job, honey.
Yes. Not honey, but good job.
Good job, honey.
All right. Where are we at, Scott?
We are 2 more ends. We've got 20. No, we have 10. I can't even say it. We've got
2
10
ends of 5
Yeah,
arrows,
there,
which
thank you.
equal 10.
Thank you. Here, let me take another drink of coffee.
It's going to be cold because mine was cold. I had to go throw it away. Oh, yes. I saw
That's
the
bad.
face.
That's bad.
Why do you think I went to tea? I've got my little Lonnie New over here
Amy-
that is still cold from being in the car overnight.
Yeah, Amy took a drink of my coffee this morning. She's like, "You're right. That is bad." I'm like, I
Oh.
know it is. I asked him, I was like, "Hey, what's the darkest coffee you got over there?" And she's like, "And the best." She's like, "Yeah, they're not. None of them are that good." I'm like, well, way to sell your coffee. She's just being honest.
I think it's HEB brand, but I found one that I have just absolutely fallen in love with, and it's called the Houston Blend. Oh, it just smells so good. Tastes so good. Our yes, Cafe Olay by HEB, and it's the Houston Blend. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. It is good. They've got it in the little pods, the K cups, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, I need to check one of the archers is missing. Let me.
What do you mean they're missing?
Parents like, "Hey, where's my kid?"
What? Oh, in the score. I'm like, what? You're making me choke up. That means something different in my world, Scott.
Oh. Let's see here. Go ahead and add it here.
Sweet Lily
You
right
want some
there.
music or you gonna talk?
Oh, I'm talking. I was just looking up something. Lily's looking at her release, checking out her release. I heard that through my headset. So the question was, Scott, are you sad? And then Scott's like, what? What? Why am I sad for you? And not me, but the person asking. And he's like, no, why? And he's like, because you're playing sad music. That's funny. All right, here goes Lily Dillon. She's at full draw. We've shot with Lily for a few years now. And I thought I saw that her mama was watching earlier. Our Pearland friend here. Pearland likes the elites, and I'm wondering if that's not another elite right there with that pretty color. That type of coating on the elites, that's kind of signature to them. Julia used to have the sunset pink on her elite that she used to shoot. kind of changes in the sunlight. Aaron Ochoa right there. He's at full draw. He kind of acted like he didn't like it, but that is an X. Looks like to be an inside out X. He's moving into his second arrow. And there was a lot of English on that shot, and he's going to scope that one.
I'm hoping that there's a few people that don't.
There was, it was a big 4.
What's going on? He's like, oh my goodness.
When he released, his whole body moved. It was like this. It looked like part of the Matrix.
Really?
Yeah.
So
glad you didn't show me doing the whole Matrix thing.
She said she meant to.
She was trying to get me in there.
So
that's like get me eating, you know. We're watching Aaron to see what. No, that was different, but he didn't like it anyway. Yeah. The more his body moves, the wider his shots get.
Let's take a look at him right now and just see what's going on.
And so I can kind of equate it to swimming. Whenever you have less body movement, you're more streamlined and you swim faster.
So just from this angle, it actually looks like his draw length may be a little long.
That's what I was thinking too. That arm is straight as can be, and he still looks like he's leaning.
I'll show you something right here. As he draws back, he hits that wall, and instead of the bow coming to him, watch his head lean backwards into it. So he draws back here, and watch his right here.
Yeah,
he
leans
back
to the back
just a little bit.
Not his body, but his head.
His head, which then over rotates that left arm.
Yep.
Lose a little bit of stability, makes you
Yep, the consistency just
there's
not
Amy.
there. And we can sit back here and we can critique.
That's right. Yeah, we're on Monday.
It's easy for
Monday
us
morning
to be
quarterback that thing.
Yep. Ryan didn't like that one either.
Didn't like that one at all. Let's see. He is still looks like it's in there, but I think he's.
They're not. Oh no. Oh no, it is.
No, it's in. That bottom one, I think it's in.
That one's in.
That bottom right.
Top left is close, but it's in. Yeah, I think they're all in.
I think he's.
Yeah, 2 close ones. He's not happy with. He would rather them be inside out.
Yeah, I think he might have thought that one dropped, but I think from this angle, it looks like it's in.
Yeah, I think so.
It's always frustrating to drop one.
If he comes up and asks to shoot again, we'll know that it wasn't.
That's right. I don't know. He, back in the day, it's like if he didn't get a certain score, he would shoot again. Now he'll go in there and he'll practice. The rest of the afternoon. He's not really looking at the scores as much. His goal is not right now SYWAT. It'll be he will literally leave here and go back in there and start shooting
his goal,
3-spot.
Yeah, his goal is Vegas.
Yep.
Hey Scott.
Hey Wendy.
Did you know that Australia is wider than the moon?
I did not know that. Mm-hmm. How heavy is the moon?
I don't know.
She was talking about how heavy a cloud was last night. Somebody's like,
they use a cloud scale.
How do you weigh a cloud?
A cloud scale.
Yeah, what type of scale would that be? Does an airplane go up there and kind of...
Got that little scale. They just pull underneath
really,
there.
I'm with them. Like, how would you even come up with that number? Like it's floating.
What is the only planet that spins clockwise?
Which one?
I'm asking you. Which one do you think it is? I don't know. Just guess. Do you not know all the planets?
Pluto.
Sorry, it's Venus.
Oh, Venus.
Well, we got 5 more arrows now.
5 more arrows. Let's see. They have a call.
Everybody gets quiet. Like, it's going to change something from down there.
It looked like it was. I mean, again, we're 50 yards away.
Right.
So,
Ryan's not even looking.
Let's see. We will.
And that's not a call David wants to.
Man, I know it's a tough call.
He didn't look happy, but you don't know David's faces either.
Yeah, you can't tell. Let's see. I'll go ahead and go down here to the live scoring and see if it tells us what it was. 5. He called it a 5.
Eh.
It looked like it was in from here.
They weigh a cloud by doing the math with density and volume. There you go. You multiply the volume by the weight of water within 1 cubic meter.
That's how they do it.
That's how you do it. This is how we do it. Okay. I'm getting ready for Club TA.
Yep.
Not Club TNA, but Club TA.
Ryan had it was on track for a 60x, so 54x right now, and 5 arrows to go. So either way, it's gonna, it's a good round. He's not happy with it.
No.
I'll have to ask him how close was it. But so I bet you he's too honest. If he walked up and just said it was an X, they probably would have gone with it. But he's gonna make sure it's legit. I can tell you. That's Ryan.
Too legit to quit.
Too legit to quit. But you start getting nervous there at the end because even though he shot several 60Xs, he hasn't done it enough times where it's second nature.
He knows he can do it, but he knows he has to work at it.
Yep. Huh?
All right, we've got our barebow friend right there.
Just who have I not been on a bunch? I don't know. I've just been talking.
We talk about whoever you put on the screen, Jacqueline.
That's right. Well, we are coming to the last 5 arrows. We'll close it out pretty quick when this is over because I got to get down there and do my announces. We have to collect scorecards. Yep, collect scorecards, hand out their buckles. Whose buckles? Oh, I'm not going to be handing out many buckles.
That's not very nice.
Well, I'm just being honest. Steve Holbert, he's clean right now. Let's when Steve comes up, let's go ahead and focus on him to make sure because we'll see if he can get his.
Gotta have safety first.
Yeah, that's awesome. Steve. Steve, we're going to see if we can capture that last 5 arrows for him. He's on track for his 300, which is exciting. We don't have to focus on Ryan anymore because he's not going to get a 60X.
But will he get his 300?
And it came down to it just comes down to a close call. Let's go down there and go, David Allen, really? No, I'm not. No. If it missed, it missed, and we don't want to call a 60X when it wasn't really a 60X.
Right.
It wasn't even that pretty of a target, so who wants that?
Well, you said he's at 54, so it didn't even really.
He's at 54Xs right now. There's people out there that will be like, I would love 54X 300, and he's at 54 with 5 arrows to go. There's Hudson. We see Hudson. He shoots a lot of national competitions.
Yep.
Very good shooter. And every time you see him, he gets stronger and stronger.
Yep.
What is he? He's got to be freshman. I don't know.
Probably. Because I think he's a year younger than Julia.
You're younger than Julia? Okay. Julia's a sophomore?
Yep.
Oh, my word. She's a junior next year? Are you kidding me?
I have a junior and a senior next year.
Are you kidding me? Does he know where he's going to school yet?
No, not yet.
Has he applied for anything? Anybody in schools? you know it's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had to apply in December.
Well, you got to do the FAFSA, and he's working on his scores, and working with a recruiter, and
because you had to apply in December for A&M. You had to apply in December the year before.
Well, they take like one swimmer.
Okay. And
so it's with scholarships, and so we're not really. he would love to go to A&M, but he would want to swim for A&M. And that was always his dream, is to swim for A&M. But the chances of that happening is, really, I'm not going to say it's not there, but it's really slim. So just trying to see what is out there. We've had lots of universities reach out, but haven't seen the money.
Right.
And then there haven't really been any that he's been like, ooh, I don't know, maybe that one is all. It's been like, eh.
There's Steve with 2.5 so far, so 3 more arrows, and he gets his 300.
Oh, yeah.
He's got this.
Yes, he does.
Steve's been working hard. He comes up to the shop a lot and shoots. Steve organizes a group from PVA, the Paralyzed Veterans of America, and they come up here a couple times, 1 or 2 times a year, and we teach them all how to shoot archery, and some of them already know how to shoot, and it's a good time. We have a couple para archers that were part of the USA Archery team that will come and be a part of that, so that's coming up here in the next couple weeks.
That's pretty cool, because I didn't know that.
Yeah, we will have, last time I think we had about 8 archers in wheelchairs that came up here to shoot,
Yeah.
and we had a really good time. Those guys were a lot of fun. And then we'll have, he's even trying to get more. So he's going to the hospitals and seeing if there's some veterans up
Really?
there that would be interested in
Cool.
coming and being a part of that.
That's awesome. Can't figure out why my knuckles. There he goes.
Woo! That last arrow.
Yeah,
Steve, congratulations.
5-4 liner, but he got
your
it.
300 here. That is
Oh.
awesome. That's very exciting. There's my wife. She's like,
But you said she can't even see
she
it.
can't see it at all. All right, there's
Is Aaron
that's
going to
a-
shoot again?
That was a good, probably. It's not a bad round. I
No.
think. Yeah, she has those one little flyer,
Telling you, she needs to number her arrows.
Yep.
And my knuckles were hurting, and I'm like, what was going on? I looked down there, and they were all cracked, and I'm like,
That bottom right one, like it tried to get him again,
yeah, it did.
and it may have.
Oh, you think?
I think that same
Oh, man.
may have got it again. He may shoot again with a 58. He may shoot that one again, and it's the same target, same spot. This is his 5th arrow. She's getting us
Oh, I
another
thought you
look.
said 54 a while ago.
But it was with 5 arrows to go. Can't
Yeah.
tell. It's super
dang.
close, but I think that's it. So 60x. I mean, it could not have been between the 2 arrows. The misses
Yeah.
probably couldn't have been a 30-second
Yeah.
total combined. But that's okay. That's what this game is about.
Toby says, way to go, Steve. And then
Yeah.
Mark Smith, way go, Steve. Yes.
All right, so if you want to see the latest scores, go to eyesonscore.com, click on live scores, and you'll be able to see our tournament. And you just click on it, and you can go look at your favorite archer and see
And
how
I
they're
guess
doing.
it's time to go collect scorecards.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and click over here, and we will be back right around 1:30. So if you want to see the next group of archers, you'll be able to.
And us.
And us. Yeah, of course. All right, thanks guys.